Are you feeling comfortable now, Chloe?
Yes, thank you. It has stopped hurting now since I had that needle.
Well, the X-ray has come back and it shows that your ankle is broken. Fortunately, the bone is still in the right place, so you won't need surgery. We'll just keep you here till the swelling goes down and then we can put it in a cast. I think you should be able to go home tomorrow, but it'll be 6 weeks before you can walk on that leg. The bone needs time to heal.
Thank you, Doctor.
I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. The threats and the dangers I couldn't see, I was heading right to. I needed help, but I didn't know. Needed saving from an evil foe. But I didn't even know that I was needing rescue.
Hey Ali, did you hear what Jono did to Chloe?
What happened to Chloe?
Chloe had to go to the hospital. She might have even broken her leg.
Poor Chloe. How did that happen? And what did Jono have to do with it?
Well, I heard that Chloe was up at the quarry and Jono rode some new bike he had just been given up to the quarry. He saw her there and just pushed her over the edge.
Really? That's terrible. That makes me so mad. I just gave him that bike and now look what he did. How could he?
Yeah, right? It's terrible what some people can do. I personally thought Jono was better than that.
Hey Jono, I hear you were out with Chloe when she was injured yesterday.
Yeah, poor Chloe. I went to get some help for her.
What I don't get is why you pushed her over the edge of the quarry in the first place.
I didn't push her. Kay did.
Cade said he wasn't even there, and you were first on the scene.
God, please give me wisdom and patience. Help me to trust in you and to keep to the truth. Jack, you are my friend. You have to believe me when I tell you that I didn't do that. I was on my bike at the lookout when I saw Cade sneak up behind Chloe and push her over the edge.
Well, you are my friend, Jono, and I want to stick up for you, but what I am hearing doesn't sound very good. It just doesn't sound like something you would usually do.
That's because it isn't something that I would do, and I didn't do it.
Cade also told me that he spent the morning at the sports field helping Mr. Adams mark out the course for the athletics carnival.
But I'm telling the truth, Jack.
Whatever, I've got to go.
I thought we were going on a bike ride today.
Sorry, Jono, something else came up. Maybe another time.
Oh God, why is this happening? People are believing lies, and it hurts. They are not even thinking through the situation, just listening to one side. It's a Sunday. Mr. Adams wouldn't be at the sports field, and helping him is not like Cade. God, please give me wisdom, keep me calm, and help me stick to the truth. Help my actions to speak for me when people won't listen to my words.
Jono, how could you do that?
Do what?
Push Chloe over the edge into the quarry and break her ankle. What did she ever do to you?
But I didn't, Allie. I was the one who helped her. It was Cade.
Yeah, Cade told me you were trying to blame him. He said he wasn't even there.
Well, he is lying, Ellie.
And to think, I actually gave you a new bike too. Disappointing, Jono. I thought you were better than that.
Don't be so quick to judge. Jumping to conclusions without knowing all the facts can lead to hurt, pain, and misunderstanding. Relationships can be damaged. Trust can be destroyed.
I'm ruined, Dad.
What do you mean?
All of my friends are believing Cade's lies about me. Even Jack. And Ellie is regretting giving me the bike. I wish I never had that bike, because then I wouldn't have been there when Cade hurt Chloe.
Maybe you could think of it another way, Jono. If you hadn't have been there, imagine what might have happened. If Chloe had have been stuck down there with an injured ankle and not able to get out, because you were there, you were able to help her to be rescued.
I'm glad I was able to help her, but I'm not glad of being accused of hurting her.
Right, come over here. We looked at the start of the story of Joseph earlier, how his brothers were really mean to him and sold him as a slave, and he ended up in Egypt.
Yeah?
I think you need to hear what happened next in the story.
You are new here. Where did you come from?
I was a slave in Potiphar's house.
Ah, Potiphar is pretty high up in the Egyptian government, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And he was a good master too.
So why did you end up here? Why would you do something to jeopardize a good position?
I didn't. I only did what was right.
Emma, if you did what was right, you wouldn't be here. I know that because I did what was wrong. That is why I am here.
Potiphar's wife accused me of a wrong I did not do. Potiphar then threw me into jail. I think he knew I was innocent, but he threw me in here anyway.
Psst, not much justice there. At least I got what I had coming to me.
It's not really fair, but I talk to my God a lot and I trust him. I know that he's in control and he has a plan. I will keep telling the truth and being patient for what he has planned to unfold. I know that wherever he puts me, I can make a difference for him. So that is what I will do. If God wants me here for the rest of my life, then I accept that. God's got this.
I never heard of that sort of attitude before. Or a God you can trust that much. I would be very angry if I were you.
You see, Jono, Joseph too was accused of doing the wrong thing. Something he didn't do either. He ended up in jail.
You mean I'm going to jail?
No, Jono. That is not what I mean. Despite all the bad things that happened to Joseph, all the unfair things that he did not deserve, God was with him.
Why didn't God just stop all of that bad stuff happening to Joseph then? That wasn't fair.
You were right, Jono. It wasn't fair, but out of that terrible situation, God was able to use Joseph to keep his rescue plan on track. Joseph was patient. He trusted and remained faithful to God. Whatever circumstances he found himself in, he did his best to let God shine through him. Joseph didn't worry so much about short-term problems. He was in for the long game. The obstacles thrown at him were just hurdles to navigate. No matter what you're facing today, our God is greater still. No matter what you're facing today, our God is greater still. No matter what you're facing today, our God is greater still. Our God is greater still. He made the sun and the moon and the stars in the sky, plants and the animals, birds that can fly. He created the world and all you can see, and so I know He's looking out for you and me. No matter what you're facing today, our God is greater still. No matter what you're facing today, our God is greater still. No matter what you're facing today, Our God is greater still. Our God is greater still. So if you're facing some problems and you don't know what to do, remember our God is looking out for you. So take the time to stop and pray, and know that our God will help you today. No matter what you're facing today, our God is greater still. No matter what you're facing today, our God is greater still. No matter what you're facing today, our God is greater still. Our God is greater still. Our God is greater still. Our God is greater still.
So there might still be some hope for me that the truth will come out.
Jono, have you talked to God about this? Give this problem to God. He knows you, loves you, and wants what is best for you. Do you want to have a chat with God now? Part of his rescue plan for us is that we can always talk directly to him.
Yeah, I think that would be good, Dad. Can you please pray, Dad?
Sure, son. I will be happy to. Dear God, you know the situation that Jono is in at the moment. Thank you for having him in the right place at the right time to help Chloe. I pray that Jono can have the wisdom to know what to do right now, and that he will feel peace with the situation he is in at the moment. I pray that Chloe's ankle will heal quickly, but most of all I pray for Cade. He is making choices that are taking him further away from the pathway you have for him. I pray that somehow he can see how much better his life will be when he chooses your pathway for his life. We give this whole situation to you, God. We know that you are able to turn the most hopeless mess into something amazing. Amen.
Amen. Thanks, Dad.
Yes, I am here, Jono. I see what is happening, how you have been misjudged and unfairly treated. I am with you. Have peace, have patience, and trust me. I won't ever let you down. I care so much about you, and it makes me so sad to see my beloved children being unkind to each other. This is the result of the battle between good and evil which is going on. And that is why there is so much pain and hurt in the world. But my rescue plan, which you can choose to follow, will end all of this suffering.
Dad, did you hear what happened to Chloe?
No, I didn't. What happened?
Well, she was at the old quarry and Jono came up behind her and pushed her over the edge. She fell down and hurt her ankle.
Are you telling me that Jono did this? It sure doesn't sound like the Jono I know.
Yes, Cade told me he did.
Let's back up for a moment. Is what you're telling me fact? Or just what others have said? Are your sources of information reliable? Have you always found Cade to be a reliable source?
Well, no, not usually. But Chloe didn't see who pushed her over the edge, and Jono was first on the scene. So Cade said it had to be Jono that did it.
Ah, there you go. Nobody saw it was Jono either. So why say it was him? Are you sure Cade wasn't there and he didn't do it? Maybe you should make sure you have all the facts before you start laying blame or making assumptions, where you accept something as true or certain without any proof.
No, Cade told me he couldn't have done it, because he said he spent the morning at the sports field helping Mr. Adams mark out the course for the athletics carnival.
And this is fact? I think you need to think this through, Jack, before you accuse your friend of doing something like that. Think of these points. Firstly, as you have already mentioned, Cade is not always known for telling the truth. Secondly, where did Cade say he was when this happened?
He said he was at the sports field helping Mr. Adams mark out the course.
So ask yourself, would Mr. Adams really be marking out the sports field on a Sunday? And if he was at the sports field, why would Cade be there too? Does he normally offer to help out with things like that? And say he was there and was helping. How would he have also known what had happened up at the quarry? Do you believe what you've been told? Is it really true? Are your sources reliable, factual and true? Don't jump to a conclusion. Think before you act. Don't be quick to judge. Have you studied all the facts? Do you believe what you've been told? Is it really true? Are your sources reliable, factual and true? Don't jump to a conclusion. Think before you act. Don't be quick to judge. Have you studied all the facts? Do you believe what you've been told? Is it really true? Are your sources reliable, factual and true? Don't jump to a conclusion. Think before you act. Don't be quick to judge. Have you studied all the facts? Do you believe what you've been told? Is it really true? Are your sources reliable, factual and true? Don't jump to a conclusion. Think before you act. Don't be quick to judge. Have you studied all the facts?
Oh, that's a good point, Dad.
You could always check with Mr. Adams if he was at the sports field. Also, has Jono ever had a problem with Chloe? Is he mean to her? Is it likely he would do something to hurt her?
Well, no. Actually, he is usually sticking up for Chloe when Cade picks on her.
So, based on what you've told me, do you really think that Jono pushed Chloe up at the quarry?
Oh, no. I don't, Dad. I guess I just, got caught up in it, and I didn't think for myself. I didn't use my discernment. Oh, I feel bad about what I said to Jono, though. I can't believe how quickly I didn't trust my friend, and then I let him down.
So, what are you going to do to fix this, Jack?
Can I go and find him now and apologize to him? I feel really bad, but poor Jono must feel worse. I'm gonna say sorry. I think I've hurt my friend. I'm gonna say sorry. I want to make things right again. I feel bad and I am going to do all that I can, because I really value and care about my friend. I'm gonna say sorry. I think I've hurt my friend. I'm gonna say sorry. I want to make things right again. I feel bad and I am going to do all that I can, because I really value and care about my friend. I'm gonna say sorry. I think I've hurt my friend. I'm gonna say sorry. I want to make things right again. I feel bad and I am going to do all that I can, because I really value and care about my friend. I'm gonna say sorry. I think I've hurt my friend. I'm gonna say sorry. I want to make things right again. I feel bad and I am going to do all that I can, because I really value and care about my friend.
I am proud of you, Jack, for using your discernment, for stopping, thinking, and realizing that you have misjudged your friend, and for being willing to do something about it. You are choosing the right pathway. Be alert. Remember, that the battle for good and evil is going on all around you. Don't be fooled and deceived into choosing the pathway that leads to destruction. Read the book and follow its guidance.
I needed help, but I didn't know. Needed saving from an evil foe. But I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. The threats and the dangers I couldn't see, I was heading right to. I needed help, but I didn't know. Needed saving from an evil foe. But I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. Needing rescue.
I need